Hello and welcome to this Fotospeed YouTube video with me, Tim Jones. Today what I'm going to be looking at is the new Canon GP-4000. Now we have a 44-inch version of this just behind me here, so we're going to be putting it through its paces, getting it all profiled, and then actually doing some test prints to compare this new ink set. Canon say give you full fluorescent colour as well. But a little bit of housekeeping before we get started. As always, please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And also, if you're looking for some paper, please don't forget to use the code FSYouTube15 that gives you 15% off on photospeed.com. Okay, without further ado, let's dive into this new printer from Canon. Okay, so what's the main difference between this printer and the 4100 that Canon produce? So the main difference is the ink set. Within this new printer, the GP-4000, they have taken away the photo cyan, the photo magenta, the photo grey, and also the blue ink as well. And they've replaced it with a fluorescent pink, which is the main big kind of selling point that Canon are pushing with this printer. You can create those fluorescent colours with that pink. And they've also put in an orange and a green and also a violet as well. Canon say that this spans the colour gamut as well, so you can get full to 99 Pantone colour coming out of this printer, and also the Pantone fluorescent colour gamut as well. So it'd be really interesting to see kind of how this printer kind of compares to the 4100, which is their just standard 44-inch machine, and also what kind of results we get from this as well. Because as we've unpacked this printer behind us, we have seen that it's kind of the same head. It's a PF10 head, which is the standard throughout the Pro range of Canon printers, but it just seems to be the ink set that's different. And also we've got this grey kind of front to it as well, just to differentiate it between the two printers. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to set this printer up, put all the inks in, put the head in, and get it all working and get some profiles, and then also run off a test print and let's have a look and compare. Okay, so let's get going. Okay, so Canon are marketing this printer as a graphics printer. They're not really saying it's a photographic printer, although it does have the capability of printing amazing photographs. Now my test print I've chosen is a picture of kind of a DJ booth with vibrant pinks and colours going on in there. So I do really want to see if this new colour gamut really improves things in that sense. Now, like I said, Canon are saying this is mainly a graphic and sign printer. So it's to get those vivid colours for posters and for signage. However, like I said, this should be a great photographic printer as well, because it's got those extra inks in there. Now, for the test, I'm comparing the GP-4000 to the Pro-4100, which is its brother, shall we say, which is the RGB version of this printer. Now, if you're familiar with the Pro range of printers, they do share a lot of the similarities between the Pro series and the new GP series. So there isn't a lot of difference to go through, shall we say. The big difference is that ink set. I'm expecting there to be a big difference, to be honest. So it'd be really good to see this. Now, if you've ever used one of the Pro series printers, you'll have no problems using these new GP series printers. Now, loading the rolls is really easy. Just pop the roll in, feed it in, it beeps at you, and then you can just select your paper type on the screen. You can also add media types to it through the media configuration tool as normal, so you can have those custom medias on there. Like I said, if you're used to the Pro series of printers like the 4100, the 2100 and 6100, then you'll be completely at home. The interface, as far as I can see, is the same. It's just the ink set that's different on these printers. Okay, so I've printed these two prints off. Now, like I said, I used the 4100 for the straight, like the normal Pro series, should I say, and then obviously I've used the GP-4000. Now, the picture I used was quite a pink image, should I say, because I really wanted to try and show off what this pink and this fluorescent colouring can do. So it's a bit of a picture of a DJ booth with kind of the disco lights and things going on in there. Okay, now I've got the first print here, which I'll bring up on screen as well so you can see. Now, this print, I mean, it looks pretty good to me. It looks absolutely fantastic. Like, it's just as it should. It didn't quite match the screen. It kind of came out, the pink was a little bit muted, and it was kind of what I'd expect, basically, from the RGB printer and the 4100. I wasn't shocked by the way it came out of the printer, should I say. Okay, so, and then I printed on the GP-4000, and I have to say, it came out like the screen. The pink in there is so vibrant and so kind of just great. It just looks fantastic, as it should do. Now, that's when you compare the two as well. Obviously, I'll bring these up on screen so you can see the comparison and what's going on. But there is a huge difference. Now, the ink set in the GP-4000 behind me is really doing its job. It is absolutely fantastic. If you want those bright, vibrant, fluorescent kind of colours, then this is the printer for you. It really does do what it says on the box, to be honest. It really does give you those kind of big, vibrant colours, especially in those pink areas as well, and those green areas. It really does work. So the marketing is living up to its expectation. It is fantastic. However, I would say that obviously these prints are side by side. If we're having to match a colour, like a lot of graphics and sign printers are having to do, so we're having to meet that spot colour, then this printer is fantastic. For photographic use, should I say, it's arguable that we don't really need it, perhaps. However, there is going to be those kind of pictures that we would need them on and would need that extra option and that fluorescent colour that we would be able to bring out with this with the GP series from Canon. But I have to say, I'm really impressed with it. That colour difference, I was, to be honest, I know I said at the start I was expecting to see a change. I kind of wasn't. I'd expect it to be quite subtle. However, it has been quite a big difference between them as well, between the two. Okay, so I knew this printer was going to be fantastic at the sign and graphics and things with those bright, vibrant colours, but I did want to just take it through its paces as a photographic printer, because you don't want to have two printers effectively. Well, it'd be lovely if you did, but it'd be nice just to have one printer that kind of does both. So I did print off a couple of pictures. I printed off a portrait here with this deep green background. Now, this is notoriously tricky to print on a normal, should I say, printer, an RGB printer like the 4100. It can't quite produce that tone of green. However, on the GP-4000, it has really done a good job of producing that green. Also with this landscape here of the tree, it has also done a fantastic job of creating that purple in there as well. And I have to say, it is really good as a photographic printer as well. Now, it has really done its job in the skin tone of the model's face as well, and it's done a really good job. And I've been really impressed with it as a photographic printer, as well as a graphic or sign printer, should I say. So, thumbs up for Canon. I think this is a fantastic printer. It does a fantastic job. It's got that lovely deep black, that silky black, but that is traded off because you've got that big, vibrant colour as well coming out of it as well. So fantastic. So I hope you've kind of enjoyed that video and kind of had a look at the printer and what it can actually do for you. And like I said, it is aimed at the graphics and sign market and almost the illustrator market as well. If you want those different colours and that bigger gamut to really help match what's on your screen, especially if you're working, say, on a Mac or something, then this printer is going to be absolutely fantastic. It is really going to improve things for you. And as always, please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And also, if you're looking for some paper, please don't forget to use the code FSYouTube15 to receive 15% off Fotospeed papers on the Fotospeed website. Now, until next time, bye-bye.